How the Dog Found Himself a New Master. Suckle, NCERT Text, CBSE Class 6. Now, children, you may know that the dogs and the wolves are close relatives. You may also know something about how, over the centuries, human beings have domesticated and tamed wild animals. Here is the story about how a dog became a tamed animal. First part. Dogs were once their own masters and lived the way wolves do, in freedom, until a dog was born who was ill pleased with this way of life. He was sick and tired of wandering about by himself looking for food and being frightened of those who were stronger than he. So, the author says that dogs were their own masters and they were living like that of the wolf. They had their own freedom until there was a dog who was very unpleased by the way of living, and he was sick and tired of wandering about here and there for looking fruit and being frightened. So he was wanting to be stronger than uh, others, so he wanted to be under someone so that he may be devoid of the fright and the fear, and he may get food without wandering here and there. Ill pleased here means old fashioned way of saying not happy. Now he thought it over and decided that the best thing for him to do was to become the servant of one who was stronger than anyone on earth, and he set out to find such a master. So now what happened was, this dog, he just went out to find a master for himself who was very strong, and he wanted that this person should be what, stronger on the earth, and he just went out to what, to find this master. He walked and he walked and he met a kinsman of his. Kinsman of his means a old fashioned word to say the relative, and it was a big wolf who was as strong as he was fierce. So it was what, it was a wolf, and it was as strong, and fierce means violent and frightening. Where are you going, dog? The wolf asked. Now the dog asked, where are you going? I am looking for someone to take up service with. Now he said that he wanted someone with whom he could take service with. Would you like to be my master, wolf? Now he asked the wolf, would you like to be my master? I don't see why not, the wolf said, and this agreed upon. The two of them went on together. So now the wolf agreed, and the two of them went together. They walked and they walked, and all of a sudden the wolf lifted his nose, sniffed, darted quickly off the path and into the bushes, and crept deeper into the forest. The dog was much surprised. Now what happened was, they walked together and they walked. Suddenly the wolf lifted his nose. He could smell something, and sniffed means to smell something. Darted means moving quickly or suddenly off the path and into the bushes. The wolf went to the bushes and crept deeper into the forest, and it just went deeper into the forest, and the dog was surprised to see this. What's come over you, master? He asked. So he asked the master, means the wolf, what is that making you to frighten? What has frightened you so? Can you see there's a bear out there, and he might eat up both of us, you and me? So now he said that there is a bear outside, and can't you see that he can what? He can eat both of us, you as well as me. So he was frightened of this particular bear. Seeing that the bear was stronger than the wolf, the dog decided to take up service with him, and he left the wolf and asked the bear to be his master. The bear agreed to this readily and said, "Let us go and find a herd of cow. I will kill a cow and then we can both eat our fill." So now what happened? Seeing that this particular wolf has a fear for this bear, so he understood that the bear is more stronger than wolf, and the dog decided to just give up the service of the wolf and go with the bear. So now he went to the bear and asked him to be his master, and the bear agreed. And they just went to find something, and they went to find what, a herd of cow, and he said that he will kill the cow and then they both will eat. They walked on and soon saw a herd of cow. Now this bear as well as the dog, they walked together and they saw a herd of cow. But just as they were about to come up to it, they were stopped by a terrible noise. So what happened? As they came near the cows, what happened? There was a terrible noise. The cow were mooing loudly and running in a panic in all directions. Mooing means they were making sounds, and running in panic means they were frightened and running here and there in all directions. The bear looked out from behind a tree, and then he too ran hastily deeper into the forest. What happened? The bear also looked out, and he just went behind the tree, and then he too ran hastily deeper into the forest. So there was someone there. So that's why bear was frightened. Now you can see the picture of the bear dog. They were looking at the herd. Now what happened? Now why did I have to come here? Now the dog thought that why he had to come here, because this particular bear was also frightened of something. It is the lion who rules the forest in these forests. Now this bear said that it is a lion who rules the forest. The lion? Who's he? Don't you know he is the strongest beast on earth? So now this dog asked, who is this lion? And this bear said that he is the strongest beast on earth. Well, then I will say goodbye to you. Now the dog said that I will say goodbye to you, bear. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. So now he said that I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. And off the dog went to ask the lion to be his master. Now the dog went to the lion to be his master. The lion agreed to it, and the dog stayed with him and served him for a long, long time. Now, dog stayed with this particular lion and he served for him for a long time. It was a good life. So it was a very good life, and he had nothing to complain of. So no, he was not having anything to complain, for there was no stronger beast in the forest than the lion. So there was nobody who was stronger than the lion, and no one dared touch the dog or offended him in any way. Dared means to be brave enough to do something. To touch him, not to disturb him or make him frightened. Offend him, just to hurt him. So now he was happy to be with the lion, and he was served for him for a long, long time. But one day, the two of them were walking side by side along a path that ran amid bare cliff, when all of a sudden the lion stopped. He gave a great roar and struck the ground angrily with his paw, with such force that the hole formed there. Then he began to back away very quickly. So what happened? As they were walking along a path that ran amid bare cliff. Cliff means a steep, high rock at the edge of the sea. When all of a sudden the lion stopped there, as well as he saw what he saw something, and he gave a great roar and struck the ground angrily and with his paw, and it was so fierce that there was a hole formed over there. Then he began to back away very quickly. So he started to go back very quickly. "What is it, master? Is anything wrong?" So now he said that, "Is it anything wrong?" The dog asked in surprise. "I smell a man coming this way." Now he said that, "I smell a man coming this way." The lion said, "We did better run for it, or we will be in trouble." So he said that we should run or we will be in trouble. "Oh well, then I will say goodbye to you." Now he said that he will say goodbye to him. The dog said, "I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. So now I will be saying goodbye to you, lion, because I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth." This is what the dog said to the lion. And off the dog went to join the man, and he stayed with him and served him faithfully. This happened long, long ago, but to this day the dog is man's most loyal servant and knows no other master. So now the author says that, and now what happened? The dog joined the man and he stayed with him, and he was very faithful, and still he is very faithful, and this happened long, long ago. And this dog became the most loyal servant of man, and still now he is the what most loyal servant, and from that day he has not found any other master. So this is how the dog found himself a new master, and that was the man. Now, children, coming to the word meaning of the lesson, how the dog found himself a new master. The first meaning is ill pleased, not happy, century, period of 100 years, tired of, be sick of, wandered about, move about, frightened, make afraid, kinsman, a relative, fierce, frightening, sniff, draw air in through the nose, darted, move suddenly, ready, willingly, hastily, quickly, beast, animal, roar, long, loud, deep sound, strong, solid, loyal, true and faithful, come over you, affected you, darted, to be brave enough to do something, cliff, high rock, take up service with, become the servant of, crept, snapped. Now coming to the question answers of this lesson. Now coming to the first question, why did the dog feel the need for a master? The dog felt the need for a master because he was tired of wandering about alone, looking for food and getting frightened by those who were stronger than him. Therefore, he decided to serve someone who was the strongest on the earth. Now, coming to the next question, who did he first choose as his master, and why did he leave that master? He chose a big wolf as his master. One day, the dog saw that the wolf was afraid of the bear. Since the dog wanted to serve only the strongest, he left the wolf and asked the bear to be his master. Now, next third question is, who did he choose next? He chose the bear to be his next master. Now, the next question is, why did he serve the lion for a long time? He served the lion for the long time because there was no one more powerful and stronger than the lion in the forest. The lion was not afraid of any creatures, and thus the dog was well protected by it. Therefore, the dog lived happily by serving the lion for a long time. Coming to the fifth question, who did he finally choose as his master and why? He finally chose man as his master. One day, the dog realized that the lion was afraid of man. As he wanted to serve someone who was the most powerful, he chose man as his master. Down the next part is the fill in the blanks, a summary of the story. This is a story of Dash, a dog who used to be Dash, his own master. He decided to find a master stronger than anyone else. First, he found Dash, a wolf, but the wolf was afraid of Dash, the bear. The dog thought that the bear was the strongest of all. After some time, the dog met
dash a lion who seems the strongest. He stayed with the lion for a long time. One day he realized that the lion was dash afraid of man. To this day, the dog remains man's best friend. Now complete each of the following phrases with suitable words given in blue. So here, a dash of ship, answer is a fleet of ship. A dash of sticks, it is a bundle of sticks. A dash of flower, bunch of flower. A dash of sheep, a flock of sheep. A dash of chicks, a brood of chicks. A dash of fish, a school of fish. A dash of cattle, a herd of cattle. A dash of wolves, a pack of wolves. Now next is make nouns from the words given below by adding NESSITY. For some words we need to add just TY or Y. Honest, we have to just add Y, honesty. Then second is kind, ness, NESS, cruel, cruelty, TY. 4 is calm, calmness, NESS, sadness, NESS, active, activity, TY, creative, creativity, TY, sincere, sincerity, TY, cheerful, cheerfulness, NESS, bitter, bitterness, NESS, sensitivity, TY, great, greatness, NESS. Now this is a Scrabble. You have to find out 12 words hidden in this table. Now this is the answer to the Scrabble, the 12 hidden words. Now that is the end of the lesson. Thank you.